You won't believe what Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte just revealed about Queen Camilla, and it's not looking good. The two youngest Wales children might be small, but their words are shaking the royal palace. What did they say? And why does it have the entire royal family in chaos? Stick around because this is about to get really messy. We all know that King Charles and Queen Camilla have had a rocky past, to say the least. From being caught in one of the biggest royal scandals in history to finally making it to the throne, their journey has been anything but smooth. But while Charles has done everything he can to make Camilla look like the perfect queen, not everyone is convinced, including two of the youngest members of the royal family, Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte. The big question is, why? What have they seen or heard that's made them so against Camilla? Well, let's just say kids have a way of noticing things adults try to hide. And according to royal insiders, Louis and Charlotte are picking up on things that are raising some serious red flags. And trust me, this is not something Buckingham Palace wants the public to know. Let's start with Princess Charlotte. At just 8 years old, she's already known for being sharp, observant, and incredibly protective of her family. If you've ever watched her at public events, you know she doesn't hold back. She's corrected Prince George in front of cameras, shushed Prince Louis when he got too rowdy, and even guided King Charles when he seemed a little lost. This girl is a natural leader, and it seems like she's got a strong sense of who to trust and who not to trust. And apparently, Camilla is not on her list of favorites. Royal sources say Charlotte has been very cold towards Camilla, avoiding interactions whenever possible. And when she does speak to her, it's always polite, but distant. Some have even claimed that she refuses to call her Queen Camilla and simply refers to her as Camilla, like she's just another person, not someone who sits beside the king. For someone who was raised to respect royal titles, that's a huge statement. Then there's Prince Louis. Now, we all love Louis for his cheeky expressions and wild energy. But don't let his playful nature fool you. This little prince is just as aware as his big sister. And apparently, he's been even more vocal about his feelings toward Camilla. According to insiders, Louis has made several comments in private that have left the royal household stunned. He's reportedly asked why Camilla is acting like a queen, and even questioned why she gets to sit in the same carriage as King Charles. Ouch. And if you think this is just normal childish curiosity, think again. Because both Charlotte and Louis's behavior is starting to look a lot like what Princess Diana feared the most. It's no secret that Princess Diana never trusted Camilla. Even after her separation from Charles, she was very vocal about how she believed Camilla had manipulated her way into the royal family. And now it seems like Diana's children, and even her grandchildren, are seeing the same red flags. Remember that iconic 1995 interview where Diana famously said, "There were 3 of us in this marriage, so it was a bit crowded"? Yeah, that line wasn't just about her pain, it was a warning. And now, decades later, it seems like her words are finally making sense to the younger royals. Charlotte and Louis have never met their grandmother, but they've heard the stories. They've seen the pictures. And most importantly, they've listened to their father, Prince William, who has always been protective of Diana's legacy. And let's be honest, there's no way William and Kate have painted Camilla as some fairy godmother in their bedtime stories. Sources close to the Wales family say that William has always kept his mother's memory alive, making sure his children know who she was and what she stood for. And that means they're growing up with a very different perspective of Camilla than what the palace PR team wants them to believe. Now here's where things take an even more dramatic turn. Reports suggest that even Prince George, the eldest of the Wales children, has started to distance himself from Camilla. While he is naturally more reserved due to his position as the future king, sources claim he has been noticeably indifferent toward her, mirroring the behavior of his younger siblings. If all 3 Wales children are hesitant about Camilla, this could signal an even bigger issue within the royal family. Now here's where things get even messier. If you thought the tension between Camilla and Diana's children was bad, imagine how awkward it must be with the grandchildren involved. Because let's face it, Camilla has spent years trying to win over the public and the royal family. But if two of the future royals are already seeing right through her, that's a big problem. And according to insiders, Queen Camilla is not happy about it. She's reportedly tried to get closer to Charlotte and Louis, but it's just not working. The children remain distant, and some reports even suggest that Kate has subtly encouraged this behavior. And honestly, can you blame her? After everything Diana went through, after the years of pain and betrayal, why would Kate want her children to form a close bond with the woman who played such a controversial role in Diana's life? It's not just about the past either. It's about what kind of future Charlotte and Louis will be stepping into. Because one day, these kids will grow up and they'll have a choice, whether to embrace Camilla as part of their royal story or to distance themselves completely. And from what we're seeing now, that choice might already be made. So, what does all of this mean? Is Camilla's position as queen already in danger? Well, not exactly. But it does mean that the next generation of royals is not buying into the narrative the palace is trying to push. Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte might only be children, but their instincts are sharp. And if they're already seeing through Camilla, it's only a matter of time before the rest of the world starts paying closer attention too. Camilla has spent years trying to rebrand herself, but at the end of the day, the truth always comes out. And if even the youngest royals are sensing something off, then maybe, just maybe, the world should start listening. Because if history has taught us anything, it's that the truth has a way of revealing itself, no matter how hard the palace tries to hide it. And let's not forget, Charlotte and Louis are growing up in a digital age. They have access to the internet, social media, and a world full of information that past royal generations never had. If they want to know the truth, they don't have to rely on the royal family's carefully crafted stories. They can look things up themselves, listen to interviews, and even hear the public's opinion about Camilla. What's more, the public perception of Camilla continues to be divided despite the palace's efforts. While some have accepted her as queen, others still remember the scandalous past that brought her into the royal spotlight. If Charlotte and Louis's apparent coldness towards her becomes more obvious in public settings, it could further fuel speculation and reopen old wounds within the monarchy. That means Buckingham Palace can't just sweep things under the rug anymore. And with the way things are going, the younger royals might be the ones to expose the cracks in the monarchy before anyone else. As the royal family navigates this new wave of tension, it's clear that the younger generation is not afraid to challenge the status quo. With Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte leading the charge, the monarchy may be forced to confront its past in ways it never anticipated. The future of the royal family is at a crossroads, and the actions of these young royals could shape its legacy for years to come. So, what do you think? Are Prince Louis and Princess Charlotte onto something? Is Camilla really as bad as they seem to think? Or is this just the natural fallout from a history that can never be erased? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss an update.